You're just joining me. We are live on 24 headed to Nashville. Today I want to talk to y'all about the SAP program. Give it a few minutes for people to get online here real quick. And we're going to talk about some interesting things. I want to talk to y'all about it. What is the SAP program? What it does and what does it mean for you as a truck driver? But I'm going to give it a couple minutes for us to go over it. But if you just joined me live, I am on 24. We picked this load up out of White, Georgia. I've got a new trainee with me. It's AD. Say what's up, AD?
What's up?
He's just out of training, not too far out of training school. He's just got with Rosedale, just did orientation, so they're gonna send him on the road with us for a minute. But he is somebody who's also graduated the SAP program. So let me tell you what the SAP program is. What it is, if you're out there, if you're an experienced driver, or if you're a driver that has failed a DOT test, is that correct? If you failed a DOT test, it does not mean that you've lost your CDL. It means that you can't go work nowhere until you pass the SAP program. Is that correct? So what all is the SAP program? What is it all entitled?
Well, it depends on what you go to the SAP program for. You can go in there for failing the DLT drug test. You can go in there for getting in an accident with other vehicles. You can, or,
anything that could hurt your CDL.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So how long did the SAP program? How long did it take you to go through it?
That also depends on your. It could be.
Let's talk about failed DOT testing. So if you failed a DOT test, how long?
Your first offense. I know with marijuana, you get depending on what SAP counsel that you get, they'll depend the time frame on how long they want you to
Okay.
class.
Okay.
And depending on, I would say, harder drugs, you may be in there instead of 3 weeks to 4 weeks, you may be in there for 6 months, half a year.
All right, so yeah, so when you say in there, what is it, like a class you go to once a day, once a week?
You be in class probably, you can do once a week. It really just based off of your time frame, your time schedule.
Okay.
But they have classes pretty much Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday.
And so whenever you do all these classes, then you're done.
Yeah.
How much does it cost you to go through that?
And the cheapest that I found was $800, and you pay $800 to just talk to. You pay $400 to talk to the counselor, which that'll last about 30, 45 minutes to an hour at the most. So,
okay.
and your mind is gonna look like I'm paying $400 to talk to a person.
Right.
If you want to keep on experiencing your CDL, you're gonna pay for that. Then the other $400 is for you to take the class.
Okay.
With the counselor with the person that they send you to.
So once you complete all that, then then they pretty much say you're drug free and you're good to go. Then you can go back and apply. Or
once you go through the class, the second part of the SAP program, you'll get out of class and you'll have to go take just a drug test with. It doesn't have to be with
so this is a
urgent care or anybody.
Okay.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Just a place that the drug test.
DOT drug test.
Well, the first one won't be a DOT drug test. Your first one will just be a drug test, so that way they can clear you. And then your second one, once you get cleared from the first one, but you have to get an employer for that second one.
Okay.
Once you get that employer, your SAP people will go ahead and send your documentation over to the employer, and then your employer will send you to go take your return to duty. After you pass your return to duty, then the employer sends you a key.
Is that what Rosedale did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I took 2 drug tests with Rosedale. One was return to duty, and the second one was pre-employment. But altogether, I took 3 before I can even get back on the road.
Gotcha. So there is hope. So if you're out there and you're lucky enough to fail a drug test, but lucky enough not to hurt nobody or to wreck, and you've got a drug test that's failed, and you're like, oh, I've lost my CDL, I can't drive no more. They do have a program out there. It's called the SAP program. That's what he was explaining. He had failed for marijuana. You don't mind me saying that, right? Yeah, he failed for marijuana. My last trainee that I had, he failed for marijuana also a while back. And the reason I made this video is both of them were telling me that even though they passed the SAP program, they were running into problems getting hired. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted to hire you.
It'll almost make you feel like you
wasted your time.
It'll almost make you feel like you're losing hope. But as long as you get
that's what Kevin told me. My last trainer, he said that he called all these people. He's like, man, I just paid all this money to the SAP program, and nobody will give me a second chance. So he didn't have he failed a DOT test before he got a CDL, but it was a DOT test. He was driving a box truck, and he was working for his cousin, and his cousin got called in for a random DOT test, even though he just had a regular license, not even a CDL. But he had been smoking marijuana. He had pot in his system, and he failed the DOT test, and then he couldn't drive, so he could never get a CDL. So then he found out about SAP program. He did that, then he went and got a CDL. So it's like, okay, I completed the SAP program. I should be good now, right? So they're pulling us in here to the scale house. This is, by the way, if y'all are watching, that we're right here at the Manchester scale house in Wake Station in Tennessee. So anyway, so after he failed that DOT test, he went and got a CDL, got the SAP program, but he said he called like all these people and nobody would hire him. But Rosedale Transport, and I'm not, like I said, I don't get paid for advertisement. I try to bring good helping tips out to drivers out there that need it, and they're just curious. This is why my channel is Trucking Life with Sean. Rosedale Transport, they hired Tevin, and they hired him. Like I said, they hired AD right here. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, AD right out of the set, no problem. So I'm gonna give you all those numbers. If you got a pen, it's 706-226-1003. Rosedale Transport out of Dalton, Georgia. They believe in second chances. That's who I work for here. They give people, they don't ask you no questions. As long as you completed that SAP program, they'll give you a shot. So call Rosedale, ask for Tina, tell them Trucking Life with Sean sent you. And leave me a comment, or like I said, if you want some information, send me a message in my comments. Send me your information or email me at, my email's on the top of my page. It's SeanGresham90@gmail.com. Email me your information and I'll call you back and I'll get you hooked up with a recruiter and I'll make sure you get a job. If you out here and you've got a CDL, you're an experienced driver, or you just out of school but you've got a failed drug test, but you passed the SAP program and you're having problems, call me and I'm gonna help you out. This is Trucking Life with Sean, and you know I always try to do whatever I can to help y'all. So y'all make sure y'all let me know on that. But I just want to bring y'all this live video, let y'all know about the SAP program, and let y'all know that even after you graduate the SAP program, that there is hope for you. But does anybody got any questions for me? What's up, Trucker B? What's going on, big dog? How you doing? Glad you're watching, man. We up here in Tennessee. We're headed over to Lebanon, which is Nashville, to pick up a load, and we're going to go to Pensacola. This is AD's first day driving out of school, so he's going to be driving here in a minute. I'm driving right now, but once I pick up this load up here in Nashville, I'll let him drive for a few hours, and he's going to get some practice. Oh, Tevin's doing good. Tevin did his local training, finished it up today. I'm going to be doing an interview with him in a couple days. We're going to do a split screen live interview for y'all, so if y'all have any questions for him, he'll definitely be able to answer you what it's like, you know, through my training, local training, and actually I'm going to do it in about a week from now, so it'll be his first week in his truck. AJ times 1 says, good information. Does this apply to you if you failed any DO drug test or only during an accident or a fault incident? No, that's any drug test. Any DOT drug test, buddy. Yeah, man, a lot of people don't want to hire you, man, but Rosedale will give you a second chance. If they just feel like, you know, and I asked him one time, I said, so do y'all have a problem hiring, you know, people like that? He's like, no. He said, if the federal government and the commercial vehicle license organization, they believe that it's good enough to go through the program, that you're good enough to drive them, why not? You know, so yeah, they definitely believe that. What's up, Grassroots 1980 down there in Mississippi? You ready to get those CDL, get back to driving too, big dog? Yeah, I talked to him earlier. He called me earlier. He emailed me and I called him back. He's looking at coming to go. He's looking at getting a CDL. He had a CDL and he let him lapse a long time ago, but he's gonna get him back and come back to work. And he's gonna come over here to Rosedale. So, hey, I appreciate y'all joining me. So this is what the this is Manchester here. Look at these people over here. They're doing inspections, y'all. Y'all see it? That's the DOT boys over there.
Tell them, you know, when you're coming out that SAP program, stay away from them big companies, because that's what's gonna discourage you.
He says, I don't know if y'all can hear AD or not, but he said, coming out of the SAP program, stay away from those larger companies. That's what's going to discourage you, because they're going to shut you down quick. But even if you want to go to one of those big companies, and if you come to work for a smaller company like Rosedale, and you get some more seat time, then it ain't going to be a problem. Those big companies go ahead and hire you once you're showing that you're proven. So Rosedale will give you a chance. If you have messed up under, like I said, and you failed a drug test, and you know you've got your mind right and you got right, do it. But let me go ahead and give you a disclaimer while we're talking about this. If you're out there and you're struggling with a drug problem right now, the best thing you can do is not fake piss or, you know, try to water down baking soda. The best thing you can do is stop driving immediately. Get out of the truck before you hurt somebody. If you wreck and you're on drugs, you're going to go to prison for a long time, and you're going to lose your CDL, and you're going to be in trouble if you hurt somebody. So you need to make sure, if you got a drug problem, stop. It's like, well, Sean, I don't have time to quit right now. You ain't got time to go through the SAP program. You ain't got time to go through all this other crap you got to go through. So go ahead right now and get sober up, then come back to work. I've known drivers that was driving and you know what, they messed up. They're like, man, I'm messed up on drugs. Well, I convinced them to stop driving. They got clean, then they come back, and that was the best thing they could have done. And, you know, I've also known drivers that, you know, the stories all the time where they, you know, they might have smoked some pot, and then a month later or 3 weeks later, you know, they have an accident, hurt somebody, then you're going to prison for vehicle manslaughter, and you might not have been high right then, but it was in your system. So make sure if you're doing drugs, stop. Just say no. I know it's hard, just that, but look, I know I'm a person from a, you know, I have a past too. You know, I haven't always been sober. Now, I've been sober since I've been driving a truck, but, you know, before I drove a truck, you know, I made some mistakes. Let's see what this Cdl house going to say here. Pull forward, stop. Let's see. I know I'm good. Look how light I am, y'all. 12,000, 25, 25, and 61. Exit at 24. See, sometimes they can pull you on into that barn right there. If it's less than no. Ain't going to pull me in there. That's good. So I wanted to give y'all some information, let y'all know what was going on. Give y'all some good information about that SAP program. Let y'all know where we was at. If y'all got any more questions for me, let me know before I kill this line. Anybody get more questions for me? Or if y'all got any questions about the SAP program, y'all let me know now too.
Continue on.
If you're watching this video not live later, leave me a comment. You know I answer back the comments. I try, you know, we've got a lot of subscribers now. I've still always answered my comments, but last night it took me a little longer to go through them, but I did get through them. So, you know, I'm driving right now, so I may not get all your comments and questions answered, but I will. It may take 24 to 48 hours, but I will answer back. Y'all know this. I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to always answer you back. But this is Trucking Live with Sean. Thank y'all for joining me live, and I'll get back with y'all later. Let's get it.